There are many great champion concepts written and drawn by fans, and in this video we are taking a look, in no particular order, are 5 of the newer ones I found and would like to share with you. Also, there's something interesting that I want to do at the end of the video, so stick around. The RP giveaway is still up for a few days, so like the video, subscribe and join using the Glim link. Hello guys, it's Ramos here and let's begin. At number 5 there is Graham, the River of Pain, also having a short lore stating that he lives off the pain of others, kinda like lawyers, and that he's part of the Grimm family, including a hidden passive. His passive gives him health from how many enemy champions take damage around him. His Q creates a crystal of pain that will fill up by absorbing damage taken by nearby minions and champions, and it can be activated again to consume the crystal and gain mana, and it can as well be used by his W ability, which shoots out the agony crystal to the target location, dealing a magic AoE damage, and the more it is filled, the more damage it will do. Graham's E is Pain Nova. Activating it emits AoE magic damage and slow for 2 seconds, and his ultimate is really awesome, turning him into his true form when his health is below a certain percentage. He becomes slower, but his skills become more powerful, and it will also have an active that creates a big nova that lasts for 10 seconds and grants 10% armor and magic resist to allies, and if an ally is killed during that time, they will explode in a smaller nova that deals true damage. It's also working for minions like Malzahar's dogs, but it won't affect lane minions. It would have been cool to be able to use it on big minion waves and fight the enemy team inside a big nova field, but still I think it's a really great ultimate for an awesome concept, using allies' deaths to his advantage. Next we have Kai Ohe, if that's how you pronounce it, and this is an older concept, but I think it's really well made as well. He's a humanoid monster from the void that creates corruption to expand his unknown master's grasp. His passive gives him bonus damage and movement speed while in corruption, which is created by some of his abilities, spawning a purple ooze that slows enemies. Think about Talia's Q in a way. Let's first check his ultimate because it is very important since it gives all his other abilities bonus effects. It turns him into the aspect of corruption, empowering his abilities and doubling his passive, as well as corrupting the area around him. He also gains a stack that allows him to teleport to a corrupted area and turns him into a big void monster. His Q throws an orb that deals magic damage on impact and creates corruption along the way. And the aspect bonus from his ultimate makes it bigger and makes it bounce. His W launches a swarm of voidlings in front of him that deals magic damage and infect the first enemy hit, slowing them. Using the aspect, this ability creates 3 swarms instead of 1. Consume is easy, dealing damage to enemies inside his corruption and infestation, dealing bonus damage to those who are in both, and the aspect bonus also roots the targets for a short time. Really interesting champion, and I like the corruption part of his kit, similar to a Zerg that infects the map to gain bonuses for his evil lore. Next we have Kit, a colorful looking guy that is a mute fox ninja that communicates through ink writing. Now let's take a look at Kit's kit. His passive, Ink Mark, darkens enemies' screens at every third attack, similar to Graves' smoke screen. His Q shoots a cone of ink that slows targets and applies an Ink Mark. Kit's W paints a circular symbol on the ground. Enemies in the circle are silenced and get an Ink Mark, and allies gain a defensive boost. Fox Flash, his E, makes him instantly dash in a line, and all enemies in his path take damage. And his ultimate lets you draw a path with the mouse, and after activating it again, Kit will become untargetable and dash across this path in the way that you drew it, painting the way with ink, and every enemy champion in the ink is silenced and their ink mark is activating, meaning that they will get the dark screen. Kit has a simpler kit, but it's quite unique, and I really like the free drawing mechanic offered by his ultimate, and I would like to see something similar added to the game. Next we have a champion designed by the same guy that designed Graham. He has a lot of amazing champion designs. This one is called Vardil, the Serpent of the Void, and he looks a bit like Aurelion Sol in a way. He has a long body and a tail, taking a bit for his full body to come out, and each part gives different vision ranges and takes different damage. His tail taking the least, while his head takes the most damage. His Q pulls his tail back in a spiral attack, dealing damage in its way, then releases a burst of energy, dealing AoE damage based on the distance. His W is a toggle ability that emits shock waves starting from his head and going back to his tail. His E inflicts void burn in a cone in front of him, longer if casted for a longer time, and if targets are killed, he heals. And finally, his ultimate makes him fly towards the sky, becoming untargetable, and after a few seconds rams down to a targeted area, dealing damage in a large radius and leaves the ground filled with void flame. And the final concept is probably the most ambitious one I've ever seen. You might have seen this one already. Sigil. He has a web page with his full bio, including skins, chroma packs, drawings, his 3D character, lore, a teaser video and the team that worked on him. Really impressive to see something like this made by non-Riot people. So let's take a look at Sigil's abilities, shall we? His passive doesn't let him attack without his stuff, disabling his basic attacks, and every 5th attack is a killing blow that deals true damage to jungle monsters and releases a firefly that Sigil collects, permanently increasing his magic damage on auto attacks. He can throw his staff with his W, slowing the first enemy hit as well as giving vision, and reactivating the ability the staff returns to Sigil, damaging the first enemy hit. His Q lets him slash twice with his staff while walking. If the staff just returned to his hand, this deals more damage and silences. If the staff is thrown, this ability changes and Sigil is able to release pulse from the staff in all directions. His E lets him jump towards the staff, retrieving it and landing on the ground, dealing AoE, and if he gets a movement speed buff if he hits an enemy. And his ultimate makes him glow, drawing energy from the staff, and after 1 second he uses his staff as a hoverboard, draining fireflies per second but not losing his bonus damage from them. While on the hoverboard he has increased movement speed, and if the staff is not in his hand, it returns automatically before jumping on it. And those were 5 really nice champion concepts that I enjoyed. You can find links to the creators in the description. Let me know if you want more videos about fan-made champions or skins, because there are plenty more cool designs. Now let's try something new, let's create a champion from comments. If you get enough cool comments and you like this idea, we can turn this into a series and do more of them, with each episode another champion. I'll start it with giving you the first detail about a champion, and you continue it in the comments. You can say something about the champion's lore, a mechanic or an ability, as well as complement other people's comments or like them if you think that they have a good suggestion. Okay, so let's begin. The first champion we are going to make is an ugly ogre. Leave your comments below to continue the creation of his lore, looks and kit. And let's see if we can make a champion. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.